My name is Cleon de Wit. I'm from South Africa. I was born in Kempton Park, raised in a small town called Lichtenburg in the Maze Triangle, in a province called Northwest. At the moment in Ireland, I'm living in County Longford, near to a small, awesome town called Lanesborough, and an area called Fermoil next to Lochrie. It's a small little cottage located on a farm with lovely green pastures, a lot of cows, a lot of sheep. Out of my experience, the feeling of safety that I got, the people, the climate, the weather, believe it or not, was just something that just made an impression on me. And I know it's probably something that a lot of people say, but a visit to the Cliffs of Moher was probably one of the best experiences of my life. The biggest or the best advice I can give people is be open to new experiences. There's a saying, when in Rome, do like the Romans. But I think a lot of people, when they arrive in a new country, they always want to recreate what they left off from. And I think the biggest problem with that is you're not going to miss out on new opportunities, new lifestyle, new friends. So yeah, be open to new experiences and just enjoy being in a new space. Don't look for anything old.
My name is DJ Harrison. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina, which is in the southeast of the United States. And the difference between Charleston, South Carolina and Dublin, Ireland is really around the weather and the geography. So Charleston is very flat, hot and humid, long sandy beaches, and obviously Ireland is not that. It's craggy coastlines, cold, wet weather. My role at EY is in the power and utility sector, and what I'm really trying to do is bring my experience from industry to help support our clients. What I like most about my role at EY is that it offers a lot of opportunity to learn and to grow. The biggest challenges relocating to Ireland, I'll say two things. The first one is finding accommodation. So my recommendation is working with somebody that can help you find accommodation versus doing it on your own. And then the second challenge is that a single day can have all 4 seasons, so make sure you pack accordingly. EY supported my relocation really from the beginning with a lot of the application processes that will have to occur for you to move to another country. And then upon starting with EY, I received a lot of support from my team, helping me onboard and getting to know folks and the clients as well. The advice that I would give others when planning to relocate to Ireland is really knowing about 3 things. The first one is Arthur Guinness quenches everybody's thirst. The second one is you should always walk on the sunny side of the sidewalk. Left or right doesn't matter, it's the sunny side. And then the third one is a 4-leaf clover may be found in the city, but they're plentiful in the countryside. So get out of the city and explore.
So my name is Herman Errico. I am Italian-Argentinian, but I spent most of my life in Italy, and I currently work in the EY cybersecurity team. Now, Dublin and Rome, they're very different cities, right? But there is a common trait between Italian people and the Irish people. They're fun, they love to spend time together, there's an element of joy. So I find really very few differences between Irish people and Italian people. I relocated to Ireland in 2018. So I've been living here for 4 years, and essentially my decision was to expand my horizon and work for a bigger organization. That's why I joined EY, and so far it's been a great experience. I wouldn't say there were any specific challenge in terms of relocation. There are, of course, difficulties, but if you well plan ahead and you try to identify what are the items that you're going to be struggling with, for example, renting was a bit of a complexity, but of course, the moment you identify where you want to live, you spend a bit of time in the area, and the rest is going to follow. So my advice to anybody wanting to relocate to Ireland would be to really plan ahead, and everything's going to be great.
My name is Emmanuel. I was born and raised in a small town called Ooty in the south of India. It is popularly known for its lush green nature, landscapes, and tourist attractions, and most importantly, it also holds the second highest peak in the south of India. Speaking about the weather, it's highly elevated and we don't really see the extreme summer conditions that we normally see across India. However, I could always compare to the rains that we receive normally here in Dublin. I relocated to Ireland during the month of July this year from Belgium. I spent 4 good years in the northern region of Belgium before I decided to relocate. The main motivators for me to relocate is the opportunity with EY, their widespread portfolio of global clients, the firm's reputation and the veil of opportunities around learning, and most importantly, the value within the EY. EY supports you with a generous relocation package, which also includes an initial accommodation while you arrive in the new country. While you decide about a relocation, you always look for information around housing, school, and health, etc. All these information are handy and they are always supported by the EY colleagues. Most importantly, the onboarding team is always there to help you throughout the course of your relocation process. My advice to people who are planning to relocate to Ireland would be is change is constant. It never ceases from surprising you. Nothing comes without hardships. Embrace the change. There is always a bright day waiting after a storm.
Hi, my name is Sylvia Lobo. I am from India, which is known as the Golden Bird of the East. It's been beautiful in Ireland so far. I've recently joined the tech consulting group at Ireland, and I find it very different from my previous home country, which was the UAE. When I noticed at EY, there were so many female leaders, it made me pause and think that sky is not the limit for female leaders in EY. The gender gap in EY is fairly less, it's fairly better compared to the other big 4 accounting firms. That was one of the motivating factors to apply at EY. The empathetic nature of the Irish people made it all the more easier to make the jump from UAE to Ireland. In addition to helping me out with the hotel accommodation, with finding permanent accommodation here, the EY team went all out to ensure that I was not stranded at every stage in my relocation, and that made a big difference. I felt welcomed and I was helped at every stage by the EY team. So I would say be willing to embrace the changes that Ireland offers.
My name is Tim Morthorst. I'm from Denmark, more specifically Jutland, which is also by some people in joking called the German Peninsula. Denmark is probably should be similar to Ireland from the perspective that they're very geographically close to each other. But I think as soon as you move to Ireland, you suddenly realize all the small differences between cultures, even when you're moving inside of a small place like Europe. I relocated in late 2019 to Ireland after having lived in Copenhagen and meeting what they'd call a young Irish lassie there. In EY, I work as a senior manager in technology consulting. What I like most about my job is probably working with loads of people who are really ambitious to really make an impact. I would say, think about where you want to live. Commuting is very different from many countries. Living in the city versus on the countryside is very different from other countries as well. And based on what sort of work from home policy that you can be under, where EY is actually great and offers a lot of flexibility, I think it's very worth thinking about whether you absolutely need to live in Dublin or whether you'd live a bit outside of Dublin.